Hi, Dr. Shepard here. We're back at the house and we're going to go ahead and show you the preparation for all our vegetables that we want to cut up. Come on over here and we're going to go through all the different kinds of vegetables that we've got purchased from the store, Whole Foods. We've got leeks. We've got different colored peppers. We've got turnips, rutabagas, beets, organic carrots. This is all organic. This is called organic green Swiss chard. And this right here is organic red kale. We've got here organic rainbow chard. We've got organic charred greens.
Collard greens.
Collard greens, I mean. And then this looks like cilantro. I'll show you what the leaves looks like. And then this is mint. And we've got here, what is that?
Wait, the top one's parsley and this one's cilantro. This one that your hand
Parsley
on.
right here.
No, that's not parsley. This one's carrots.
Okay.
That one's
so
parsley.
This is parsley. Sorry about that. This is parsley, and this is cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is tops of carrots. So because it was nice and fresh, we're going to go ahead and chop those up and put in our salads. We've got here, it's called fennel, and we've got green cabbage, red cabbage, Brussels sprouts. This is the tops to beets. We're going to use the stalk as well as the leaves for it. Let's see what jalapeno peppers. And these things here, they're called burdock root. They're pretty dirty looking, but we've brushed them off and it's clean as it can be, and we're going to chop those up and put them on in our salads as well. As you look at all the vegetables,
We're looking for radishes. We have two kinds. This one and a lot of these little guys too.
This is a white radish and red radish. Are we missing anything else, Lisa?
Just parsnips. We couldn't find any at the store, but normally
we'd put parsnips, but because they were in a big bag, we prefer not to get things that are in a bag. We try to get it as fresh as we can, knowing that the fresher it is, the more nutrients that we're going to get. So as you look at all the different vegetables here, you see so many different colors. Lots of greens, rich, dark colors, and the richer that the colors are going to be, the higher the nutrient content. So we'll go ahead and start chopping up the vegetables, and Lisa will help me periodically to choose what to cut first. But what I'll start off first is, Lisa, what do you think?
I usually try to start with things that are wet first, so peppers of different types.
Okay, I'll cut those up first.
He's probably going to be a little bit more organized about it. I usually grab a pepper and cut it for a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired of peppers. I'll do something else. But
okay.
I just find that
get the trash here, put it right next to me. I like to go rather fast. We do this every 2 weeks, and this salad will last us 2 weeks. Pretty fresh.
I think I got the last one to last about 2.5 weeks. The organic produce lasts a whole lot longer than the conventional, which is crazy because most times the stores don't turn over the organic as fast as they do the conventional, so therefore the organic is not considered as fresh. But when purchasing from Whole Foods, it was such a dramatic change versus going to Kroger. And do you want me to show the the receipt from Whole Foods just because it has the list on it, or no?
We pretty much listed everything for our audience. So what we want to do is now just start chopping things up. Got here.
We cleaned out the sink. We scoured it down with a bleach solution to get it nice and sanitized, and then we put on the bottom of the sink paper towels just to absorb any excess water that may come off the vegetables.
Little clues, and that is we want to use a side that has the disposal. That way when you're finished at the end, you can just go ahead and put everything in the sink and just rinse it down. I've got here, it's a shun knife. Shun knives are very sharp. It's strong, very, very strong. It's made in the traditional way of the samurai sword, and that it's it's been heated, folded over, folded in half, and heated again, folded in half, heated again. They do that approximately 200 times to make it very, very strong.
The order in which we cut the vegetables helps for packaging when you store it in the Ziploc baggies that we do. The reason I say cut all the wet stuff first is because ultimately when it's piled up and layered, the wet stuff is going to end up on the top. And the real dry vegetables that absorb a lot of water will end up on the bottom. Therefore, it's going to keep your salad fresher longer. So that's why I say start with the peppers, and then we're going to go with the more delicate green leaves next, which would be the cilantro and the parsley, and possibly the carrot tops. And that way it kind of layers up nicely and the moisture stays on the top versus on the bottom of the bag.
Alright. Lisa will hand me the next vegetable.
This is parsley.
And it looks like parsley. And since the stalk looks pretty healthy, we're going to keep majority of the stalk. And we're going to cut some of it away because of the texture in our mouths. Cut it like this. I like to just cut it a little bit of an angle and cut it pretty fine. Alright. Need the next.
Oops. I think I do some carrots.
We're going to do some carrots next. These are some of them are kind of thick, so I like to just split them so that when we do cut it, it's not as big. I like to when we take a bite of our salads, we want to have a variety in our mouths, different textures, different flavors. It allows us to enjoy it more. Alright, concentrate on cutting these up. More carrots. I'll go ahead and split these. That. Okay. That's that. These are the carrot tops. I'm going to cut away some of the stalk. I'm going to keep majority of it, and
Those are so fresh.
very fresh.
Really
We
healthy.
just
There's
want
just
to
a
look it
couple.
over, and we want to just kind of make sure that there's no dirt or wilted pieces. Probably won't hurt you, but just for sake of cosmetic, we just cut that away. And we're going to cut this real fine.
I'm sure since you're pulling that decay out, it's going to keep the spread of decay too.
Sure, yep. Okay, what I like to do is just cut them up pretty fine. Alright. Alright, what do we got next, Lisa?
I think we should do some cilantro. And this is a little bit wet right now, even though I
Okay.
cleaned it a
Do
while
some
ago.
Cilantro.
I think I cleaned this stuff up. I was kind of running around today and trying to get a bunch of stuff done. So I think I cleaned it and let it sit for a couple hours, which is longer than normal.
It looks good. We're going to cut away some of the stalk, but we're going to keep the majority of it. We'll look at that. I think that's fine. Just discoloration. Just normal variations here. Go through and throw away some of the dead stuff. Alright. Cut that up. Okay, what do we got next?
Probably. Whoops. I think these radish. Actually, no, the chard. Chard is kind of delicate stuff.
Kind of high in moisture, right?
Higher moisture,
Okay.
a little more delicate.
some
There's
of
a
the
bunch of
moisture
chard,
out.
so let me grab.
We've got like different kinds of chard.
Rainbow chard. We have plain old Swiss chard.
And we're going to go ahead and keep the stalk intact. We'll just chop that up.
Do you want all of it now?
Yeah, I want all of it.
I'll try to grab this other.
Chop it all up.
Well, there's a lot. There's that. Oh, a couple pieces of parsley got left behind. One more piece.
Cool.
This one's kind of, do you want that guy? It's kind of wilty.
No, we'll take it.
Okay.
Throw a little bit of the stalk away. And then what we'll do is we'll just cut this all one way, which is all parallel to one another. Alright. Once they're parallel, we'll turn it. We'll just start chopping them up.
I love that bamboo cutting board. It's nice and big and it fits over the edge of the sink and it doesn't have any grooves in it, so when you cut things you just slide it right into the sink and it, I don't know, it just seems like it flows better.
Okay, just dump it all in the sink. Okay, next.
We should put some fennel.
Okay, we've got fennel here. Yummy, yummy. Okay, cut just a little bit away. There's different ways of cutting it, but I just like to cut it this way. That way we can cut it so that it's smaller when we're finished. Cut it this way and that way. Fennel's a pretty strong flavor vegetable. Some Sometimes you may not like it. It's very is it minty.
No, licorice, like black licorice.
Yeah.
I guess you could kind of say that might be minty
Yeah,
to some people.
It's
Yeah.
good with salad. I don't know if you would like it, or anybody would like it in by itself. Pretty strong flavor.
It's really good in salad.
Put it in the salad like that. Once we get in the smaller stalks, just cut that up. Cut all the leaf portion. Cut it up kind of fine, that way it mixes well with the salad. Okay, what do we got next?
Let's use this red kale.
Okay.
And then we'll start with some of the
We've
roots.
got red kale here. Stalk is good, so we're going to keep that.
That's so pretty.
Very rich in color. Kale and Brussels sprouts actually are two very, very powerful vegetables to fight cancers. And the way it does that is that it helps to give you a proper ratio of hormones, particularly the estrogens, and
The good estrogens, right?
balance the estrogen from good and bad estrogen. So there's two kinds of estrogen, and it allows them to balance out better. Alright. Do that, and we cut it up pretty fine. Like cutting them at different angles. Alright. Got that. What do we got next?
I say we start with some of these different roots. So grab a handful. Grabbing all these little radishes. I'll try to grab more of them. We bought these radishes and they're like all these different colors. Some are like red and some are purple and white. Oh, that little guy.
Yeah, start cutting some of the red radishes. And since some of the tail portion is decent shape, we'll go ahead and keep them intact and just throw it in our salad.
We have at times when the radishes are really fresh, say we get them from like farmer's market, and the greens at the tips are healthy, we'll even use that.
Alright. Chop those up. Okay, what we got next is the stalk and leaves of the beets.
Beet greens.
And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and chop up the stalk portion. Try to chop them up pretty fine, and that way the taste is and the texture is not as pronounced. Some of this stuff, I gotta be honest with you, you may not like, but the health benefits greatly outweigh the taste. So when you do eat it, keep that in mind. And actually for me, it tastes great now. And I look forward to it every day. And I never get tired of it because I know that it's healthy for me, and it actually tastes good. And we do variations to the salad, but for the most part, this is what we do every day. Eat this every day for our health, and this is part of our lifestyle. What we got next here?
This is going to be the kale, but there's a tag right there. Grab that tag.
And again, this is certain kind, I can't pronounce it, but it's kale, okay? Organic kale. Look how rich, deep green that is. It's super dark.
So pretty.
And what we'll do is, I may do some parallel cuts to this a little bit so that when I do cross cutting, it will be a little easier.
And we don't, I guess some people cut the vein out. We don't do any of that because we cut it so fine. Just try to preserve all the nutrients, and cutting away the vein in different areas just cuts down really on the fiber and the nutrients.
A little finer.
I love the color of that.
Oh, it's
so amazing.
Fabulous. Alright. Okay. Look here, some deep colors. We'll just do a little bit of mixing. Alright. We got here is the beets. Usually I shave away or cut away this portion. Probably can eat it, but sometimes dirt and grime gets caught in there, embedded, and probably not the healthiest. Get it inside your bodies. I've already cut this one, and this looks clean enough, and we'll just eat that. First one here, we'll just cut it kind of like au gratin style. Cut a few of those like so. Put it like that. And like that. Okay. So what I do is cut like so. Turn it.
Trying to get it so I can get a better. There we go. Ah, hello. Should have thought about moving earlier.
Okay. Got that. Last two beet. There. Alright.
Good.
Nice, rich. Next what we'll do is turnips. And there's different sizes and shapes. And what we'll do is we'll cut off a little excess of the stalk portion. We'll keep everything intact. Do the same thing as the beet.
Turnips are a lot like beets in the sense that when they're really, really fresh, they have beautiful grains on them that you can use in your salad as well. Those are some big turnips.
They are fabulous. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take this one and make it a giant one. This will be a little tricky.
I'm just watching you do this, thinking, I'm glad it's not me. I wouldn't have even attempted that one.
Alright, cool. That fell apart. Okay.
I'd say go with the, actually go with that radish instead of the rutabagas right now. Just they're a little bit more moist.
We grab the radishes and split those.
These radishes are really mild in flavor.
And I like them small and pretty equal. So I'll do this also. Alright. Okay. Line all those up. And start cutting away. Consistency of your cuts and thickness just takes time, and the better you are at it, the better your speed to making the salad, as well as better it is when you're taking a fork full of it, of your salad, to eat, and that way you don't have a big chunk of vegetable that may be in the salad. This process of making the salad, time-wise, once you get it all prepped, it takes about an hour plus or minus. So it's not a huge investment of time, but definitely worth the time just because of the health benefits. So these are rutabagas, and again, we cut them the same way.